exhilarated fan base here in Oregon, where the Trailblazers are making their first playoff appearance in 5 years in this tradition-rich pro basketball city, with the first road playoff game for the Spurs, and without their terrific Victor Wembanyama. So, a lot riding on the performance of De'Aaron Fox and the Spurs guard play. And the Trailblazers featuring an all-star and their top scorer, and an emerging player coming off a 31-point Game 2, and a veteran guard and two-time champion with his hands on the wheel in this important Game 3 in front of a raucous crowd. Welcome to NBA on Prime Tip-Off. The 7th seed Portland Trailblazers enter the playoffs through the play-in tournament and won Game 2 a couple days ago in Texas. The number 2 seed San Antonio Spurs had a 60-win season, but again are without Wembanyama, which is where we start tonight. Good evening, everyone. Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famers Candace Parker and Dwayne Wade. But tonight, we begin with our reporter, Allie Clifton.
Thanks so much, Kevin. As you just mentioned, it has been officially ruled that Victor Wembanyama will be out for tonight's Game 3. This coming after being listed as questionable, going through shoot-around this morning, and even moments ago, taking the floor to get a little workout in. This workout coming, as I'm told, after the team already officially ruled him out, which was at about 6 p.m. tonight. I'm told since waking up Wednesday morning after entering protocol, Kevin, it's been his goal to return as soon as possible. The good news, Spurs say, he's absolutely progressing, is doing well, and that is huge positive news. Now, as of tonight, he will be on the bench. You will see him despite not playing, and there is no word just yet on his status for Game 4. Kevin?
All right, Allie, we thank you for that update. Dwayne, what do you think?
Well, no Wemby, no safety net. This is about collective toughness now. Defend together, move the ball, and prove that you're not a one-man team.
Well, listen, the Spurs are 12-6 without Wemby, and I think the key to that is De'Aaron Fox. I think it's pushing pace, and I think it's playing fast, right?
Let's talk about how we got here, how this series got tied at 1 apiece. And back in Game 1, it was Wembanyama who was absolutely terrific.
Well, Game 1 wasn't just a win. It was Wemby taking over the game. He erased the paint on one end and owned it on the other. And when you have a player that controls that kind of space, it impacts everything. Shot selection, confidence, and pace. When he's doing that, San Antonio isn't just playing, they're dictating.
Game 2 was the Scoot Henderson show. He started fast, 13 first quarter points. He led the way, took efficient shots, and really the Trailblazers were able to close the lead down with that 8-18 and really prove that they're a solid clutch team.
Now, in that Game 2 and in that second quarter, this is when Wembanyama goes down. He's been in concussion protocol. Allie had that story moments ago. She'll get more detailed as we get into the game, but he has been working out. Okay, all that being said, let's talk about how the Spurs respond. What do they need to do in the absence of Wembanyama?
Well, this is why they went out and acquired De'Aaron Fox, is for games like this. In the playoff-like game against Portland in NBA Cup group, he had 37 and 8 assists. He's just shooting 29% from 3 since March. He needs to push pace, he needs to get in the paint, and he needs to create offense for his teammates.
And Stephon Castle, we know he brings explosion, he brings defense, and he brings toughness. Listen, his value is how he shifts the energy of this game. He guards multiple positions, he attacks with force, and doing that kind of work wins possessions, Kevin.
All right, let's now swing our attention to the 42-win Portland Trailblazers. First time, like I said, in 5 years. They are going to the postseason. They've got an all-star, Denny Avdia, and moments ago, he caught up with our Allie Clifton.
Thanks so much, Kevin. Denny, you said you wanted the big games. You live for these moments. What's going to be the biggest key as a squad to set the tone through the first 5 minutes?
I think just being aggressive. I feel like we've done it most of the series. You know, every game in the series is a big game for us. I think we're playing together. I think we're setting the tone pretty early in those 2 games, and I think we got to continue that.
My crew is just breaking down how much a master you are at getting downhill. What's going to be required to find that success over and over tonight?
Just do it again and again. I feel like just trying to make the right play. You know, I drive not only to score, but also make plays for others, break the paint, and create rotations. That's what I do. I'm going to do it every often. It gets my guys going, and it gets me going, so I'm going to keep doing that.
I know you're tough, but I know you said you've gotten bruised up a little bit through the first 2 games. How's the body feel?
It feels good. I'm bedded up. I'm fine. I'm ready to go.
Denny, I appreciate the time.
I'm sorry?
I appreciate the time.
Thank you so much.
Kev, back to you.
All right, let's talk about the Blazers' approach tonight, not going against Wembanyama.
Yeah, not going against Wembanyama. It's not just blocks, it's his presence. He changes decisions before the shot even happens. And once he's off the floor, Portland gets downhill with confidence.
Yes, Portland relying heavily on Denny. Denny leads the NBA in drives per game at 19. His drives have gone up in this playoff series. And for a Portland Trailblazer team that struggles from beyond the arc, they're going to have to depend on the paint.
In that game 2, the Blazers won, so they get home court advantage. Scoot Henderson, his game 2 performance, 31 points, magnificent.
Well, with Scoot, it's not just about his skills. His coach raves about how he studies the game, the attention to detail. The jumper improved with the work, but it's his reads, his pace, and his decisions. That's where you see his real growth.
An emerging player, one of many in this game tonight, featuring the San Antonio Spurs and the Portland Trailblazers, tied at 1 apiece. This is the NBA on Prime.